everyone, this is Patricia here, continuing with the live stream of Metroid Month. Continuing on with Metroid Zero Mission for the GBA. So last time, if you weren't with us, I played through pretty much 70% of the game. So I already completed getting all the power-ups. Camera's right here. I already defeated Kraid and Ridley, and right now I just defeated all the Metroids, and now I'm about to fight Mother Brain. I couldn't do it because I was so tired and it was already past midnight. So I'm just gonna let everybody know that we are live streaming. And continuing on with Metroid Month. So, let me just get that going. Other than that, I want to know how you guys are doing. Let me know in the chat. Let me just post that right here. Just gonna post that on Twitter and on Facebook. Last time I tried doing this. Live streaming right now. Come join. Okay, I just posted it on Twitter. So there we go. Now to post on Facebook. And then as soon as we're done with that, then let's continue on with the game. There we go. And boom. All right, now that we got that going, let me just pull up the chat so that we can be able to get things going. So let me just pull up the chat. Okay, nobody's online yet, which is okay because I just posted I just posted the link, so we should be able to do fine. And I hope that it doesn't become loud like last time because I just tweaked the audio a little bit on the game. So hopefully it'll be a lot louder, less louder, that I meant to say. So yeah, let's get this thing go. Let's get this going. Wonderful. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we were right here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's defeat Mother Brain once and for all. Let's do this. Get away from me, you floating Fruit Loops. Okay, so far so good. If any of you guys are in the chat, please come by and say hello. Jump. Ouch. You know what? Let's see if I can switch over to super missiles because I think that'll be a lot easier. Jump. Jump. Ouch. Come on, up. Up and at him. Jump. Ouch. I hate these things. Really do hate these things, by the way. Jump. Ah! Got hit by a laser. This is a great way to start, isn't it, people? Jump. And got hit by a Fruit Loop again. Trying to get up. Jump! Come on, up! I'm almost dead! Jump! Jump! Dead. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. Take two. So yeah, while I'm getting my ass handed to me by Mother Brain for the umpteenth time, I just want to let you know that we just recorded an episode of Casual Chat just a few minutes ago, and that'll be posted tonight. That'll be, as soon as I'm done with the stream, I'll edit it and I'll present it. It shouldn't take that long to edit, which is great because it's actually become one of our favorite podcasts. Kevin and Christina were actually able to join this time around, and that's fantastic because we haven't had them on the podcast forever. I think the last time Kevin was on a podcast was when he was offhandedly talking to Christina and I when we did Clarissa together. So yeah, I think that was the last time. It was been about a year. That's crazy. Ah! Okay, I'll switch it off. Jump! Ow! Hey, ah! Okay, let's try this again. Jump! Shoot! Ow! Okay, let's try this again. Ah! Okay. Jump! Ah! Oh man, I haven't even hit like her once, and I'm almost dead. What's the point? I'm almost gonna die anyway. There we go. Oh, you don't see the game? Okay, let me just let me double check that real quick. There we go. That should be done. I'm stupid. So yeah, it's a good thing that nobody was here when I played the game, so you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. Anyway, yeah, this is the second time this has happened. I did this when I was playing through a level of Rayman Origins, but at least I had to pass through a level and then I had to redo it again. At least this time around, you didn't miss a thing, so don't you worry. So yes, thank you for letting me know, Nick Infinite, 1992. Okay. Anyway, I was just saying before that Kevin, Christina, and I, we just did an episode of Casual Chat just a few minutes ago, and we're going to be posting that tonight. And it's become one of our favorites. For Kevin, it was actually his all-time favorite. I think it's his favorite podcast that he's done since we interviewed Renee Jacobs a few years ago, which that's incredible because I didn't think that anything could top that. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. There we go. And I just wasted a perfectly good missile. And I'm gonna die anyway, so what's the point? Alright, let's try this again. Alright. Okay, here we go. Nope. Okay, jump. Damn it. Jump. Damn it. Okay. Jump. Okay, let's try this again. What's the point? Man, I forgot how hard this part was. You think that the Scooby-Doo franchise has pretty much ran its course. I guess it depends, whether you're regarding to the movie or the TV show. I guess because it's been around for it's almost been 50 years, actually. So I guess for anything like that, I guess it could run its course, but I think that the franchise is still beloved, in my personal opinion, if you heard the recent Casual Chats podcast about the Scooby-Doo franchise that we did with Creepy and with Y-Boy, so yeah, go check that out if you haven't yet. Okay. Seriously, I really hate those things. Lasers and shooting Fruit Loops. Just, it's annoying. Jump. Ugh. Okay, come on. Jump. Ah. Ah, damn it. Come on, get up there. Okay. Jump. Oh, and I even fell down. Great. Might as well be up. There we go. Let's try this again. Jump! Jump! Ow! Okay. Jump! Oh, I got hit. Jump! Okay. Let's try this again. Jump! Oh, dead. Try this again. Hey! How's it going? Pocketbook, what's up? And, hey, No Parking Berry, how's it going? What are my favorite cartoon villains? Ooh, that's a good question. Are we talking about, like, evil, sadistic villains or over-the-top villains? Because I think, you know, those can be a lot of fun, too. Let's see. That's a really good question. Let's see. If we're talking about, like, comic book villains, I mean... Let's see, the Joker, Magneto, Lex Luthor. Let's see what else. And if, let's see, well, let's see, I think if you want to count in as, like, kind of like anti-heroes, when I saw Wolverine and the X-Men, a little bit of spoiler warning, but, you know, the plot twist in which, you know, one of the good guys turns out to be evil. And it was actually pretty convincing on that. I'm not going to spoil who it is, but that's actually one of my favorites. Let's see. Bad guys in video games. That's actually really, also a really good one. You know, I guess since I'm playing Metroid, my favorite villains have been, like, Mother Brain and Ridley. Rundus, when you get to fight him in Metroid Prime 3, that was amazing. Even though he's not a villain, he was actually one of the good guys. But then he turned into a bad guy when he was being corrupted by the Phazon. And still, that was an amazing fight. Let's see. I guess Bowser from Mario and Ganon. Let's see, Azula and Firelord Ozai. Especially Azula. She's one of my favorites. Yeah, there's so many villains. And I guess if you want to count in as, you know, either Slade or Deathstroke from Teen Titans, that's also one of my favorites. I'm dead. Don't seem to be having any luck on this. Hey, Captain Beastmo, what's up? Yes, I did hear that Henry Danger is getting a theatrical movie. They're also getting an animated series, too, which we actually talked about in the last live stream. Let's see. Most underrated Cartoon Network show. Oh, man. Probably two of them that come, well, three of them that come into the top of my head are, let's see. There's Time Squad, Chowder, and Symbiotic Titan. Those are my favorite underrated Cartoon Network shows. I like Time Squad because it's really funny, over the top. It tells a little bit about history. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you people know, if you saw the last live stream, that I'm a history buff. And so, you know, kind of like seeing like a next generation Peabody and Sherman with the characters, that was also a lot of fun. And, let's see. With Chowder, a lot of people may know that, you know, if you saw my cooking video last year that I did for Clarissa Month, I also love cooking. So seeing a show about cooking and food was also a lot of fun. And Symbiotic Titan was also a really excellent show. It's a show that really needed to continue forward. It's a shame that Genndy Tartakovsky never got to tell the full story that he wanted to. Oh well. I mean, at least he's bringing back Samurai Jack. At least that's good. Speaking of Samurai Jack, in next week will be the last episode on Adult Swim, and we're going to be doing a podcast of it. I just got a hold of 8 guests that are interested in joining in for the Samurai Jack podcast, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Just am still having difficulties with it. Man, this is not turning out very well. Why does Nickelodeon put so many commercials? I could say that for a lot of other TV shows nowadays. Their commercials just seem to be lasting forever. Whether they be like a minute or 2 minutes. But yeah, if you're talking about like commercials for like their online stuff, I mean, I haven't really noticed it, to be quite honest. But then again, I don't really watch a lot of shows online. I mean, I watch it on demand first, or before I watch it online. Ah, crap. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. So yeah, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of TV shows have been putting out a lot of commercials nowadays. It's kind of funny because, I mean, I see online, like on YouTube and stuff like that, that a lot of people are posting like YouTube videos on just commercials alone. Is it going to be the same thing like 20 or 30 years from now, that the commercials that are on now are going to be nostalgic for the newer generation? I have no idea. I mean, you know, that's up for the future to decide. And right now, I'm deciding on whether I should quit or not because I'm getting my ass handed to me by Mother Brain. Even though that I've beaten this game so many times, I just don't know why I'm having difficulties tonight. Okay, jump. Okay, I hit her with 2 super missiles. That should be a little bit easier. A little bit easier is the understatement, I have to say, because I'm still having difficulties with these lasers and these Fruit Loops. I know they're not called Fruit Loops, but I don't know what the official name for these things are, so let me have fun. Come on. Ouch. Come on. Give me something. Ugh, I'm gonna die. Damn it. I was so close to. Okay. Yeah, Slade being a great villain, I do agree, because, from what I understand in the comics, I'm not really much of a comic geek, but from what I understand from my friends from Comic Book Cast, like, Deathstroke the Terminator was, you know, kind of like an okay villain in the comics, from what I understand. You know, he was kind of like, what would happen if you put, what was it, like, I think it was like, it was the inspiration for Deadpool, Deathstroke the Terminator, as well as Cable, I think? I don't remember, but yeah, from what I remember, he was like an okay villain, kind of like one of those, like, stereotypical badass, grunty kind of villains. But when Teen Titans came along and brought him into the mainstream, yeah, he was pretty menacing. And, of course, Ron Perlman does an amazing job portraying as, you know, Slade. So, he's incredible. Probably my favorite villain out of Teen Titans. But then again, you know, Teen Titans, I mean, there's some good villains in Teen Titans, but not ones that really stick out. I mean, you have Control Freak, you have, let's see. You have a few villains over there, but, the one that probably Slade was my favorite. Let me just see if I can concentrate on defeating Mother Brain first. If I don't get myself killed, which most likely I will. So bear with me, please. Man, I'm having difficulties tonight. Come on. Jump. Jump. Ah. Come on, get up there. Okay. Jump. Ah, come on. Up. Ah, man. I am having such bad luck tonight. Okay. I'm not a big fan of Symbiotic Time, but I kind of feel bad for it. I sometimes forgotten whether Gendy's work was even mentioned. I have no idea, to be quite honest. I remember my cousins and we loved watching Symbiotic Titan, and from time to time they even forget about it, which is a shame. I think that the show could have taken itself really far if it would have been given the chance. Let's see. 5 weeks away until Cars 3. You know, it's funny. I haven't seen a single commercial about Cars 3. Have any of you guys seen any commercials for it? Because I haven't. I haven't seen a single one. Usually with Pixar movies, they usually promote it. You know, like they say, like, you know, this movie coming out in theaters real soon. It's like, I haven't seen a single commercial on it. It's very strange. Usually, you know, this is I mean, you know, something like Cars would be something that they would heavily promote. You know, there'll be like interviews on it on TV and stuff like that, but I haven't heard of a single thing. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I'm not doing very well. Not doing very well. I'm pretty much almost gonna die, and I haven't even reached Mother Brain yet. Man. Now I have to shoot it all over again, and my missiles are almost gone. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, take... I forgot, I just lost count at this point, so... Make up your own score. I'm most likely gonna die anyway, because I'm almost dead. Okay, let's try this again. Jump! Ugh. You know what, forget it. That was a bad run anyway. Okay, I have Nick on my TV, and Henry Danger is on. I mean, not surprising. I mean, what other live-action show that isn't from Dan Schneider is constantly being run on TV anyway? Oh well. What do I think of Tom Kenny? I like Tom Kenny. He's a really good voice actor. Yeah, I really respect his work. I liked him as Heifer. I liked him as, Ice King from Adventure Time. I also like his SpongeBob. I mean, even though I'm not I mean, I like SpongeBob, but I'm not like a huge, gigantic fan of SpongeBob. But yeah, I do like him. The only thing I don't like Tom Kenny in was, and for those who haven't listened to We're in Between yet, you know, if you're still new to As Told by Ginger, then cover thy ears. But if you are, you know, veterans of As Told by Ginger, then you'll probably agree with me. Buzz is so obnoxious. I really don't like Buzz. And I know that he's really important to the story, but my God, was he annoying. I am not looking forward to covering Miss Foutley's Boys. I'll just let you know that. Just spoilers for Season 2. Come on, shoot. Thank you. Ouch. Shoot at the wall, don't shoot at me. Alright, shoot. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Ah. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm just having a tough time. Yeah, I know. Dissolving into lava when she falls into it. I think that's acid. I think that is acid. It may be lava, but it looks like acid to me. Yeah, I probably should switch over to a different game, but I'm almost done with it. I'm pretty much finished with the game. All I have to do is just defeat Mother Brain, and everything else will be a lot easier from here, so trust me on this pocketbook. I just don't know why I'm having such a difficult time, because I mean, I've beaten this game, like, a few times already. I don't know why I'm having difficulties tonight. But yeah, I do have Metroid Fusion ready, so I'll have that going as if I can't beat it today. Okay, let's do this. I'm not gonna go into like an anger mode if I can't defeat a game, so if you're expecting me to get angry and throw the controller or something, then you're gonna be sadly disappointed. Ah! Missed. Okay. Jump. Jump. Ah, crap. Okay, come on. Shoot. Thank you. Shoot. Shoot. Ah! The laser got me out of the way. And now the Fruit Loops are getting me out of the way. Okay. Jump. Okay. Ah! Damn it. Okay. Jump. Ah! Man, I'm having difficulties. Come on. Jump. Come on. No, 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 no. I'm almost done. Come on. Let me make it. Jump. Ah! Laser got me. Alright. Yeah, I remember Buzz being a lame character. Yeah, and the sad thing is, he's supposed to be really important to the story. I mean, he's, again, spoilers for those who haven't listened to, who haven't watched all of it as Told by Ginger in its entirety, so please go away for a minute if you don't want to hear it. Anyway, so yeah, Buzz is really important because he's partially responsible for Lois wanting to be going back to dating again, and, you know, then eventually, you know, we had her with Dr. Dave, and then eventually we had, you know, the wedding, so, yeah, Buzz is important to the plot. I mean, we see him in TGIF, then we have him in Ms. Fowley's Boys, which is definitely, like, I'll definitely talk about that later when we reach that episode, so I'm not gonna say anything else other than that. But then, you know, we get, obviously, the wedding frame, and I have to admit that that scene with Buzz learning about Vicky Laporte was actually pretty funny. So I have to give it that. So yeah, I just really don't like Buzz. I mean, in my personal opinion, that's probably my least favorite role that Tom Kenny's ever done. I mean, there's probably other worst roles that he's done. Like, I know that my friend Y-Boy, he reviewed the, Elf movie, the one that's based on the video game. I know he did that a few years ago, but I've never seen the movie, and I have no interest in seeing it. Maybe I could just go up here. I never knew that you can climb up there. Oh, come on, get up. Okay. Oh, come on, up. Yes! Yes! I did it! Yes! I did it! Oh, thank you, God! Okay. Okay, please let me make it. Please let me make it. Oh, no, come on. Oh, no, come on. Oh no. Okay. Gotta calm down. Calm down. You can do this. Just breathe. Relax. Good. Oh, I fell down again. Okay. Yes! Okay, good. Okay, things will be a lot easier from this point on. So thank you so much for being patient with me as you see me die left and right. And also, I don't have to save the animals this time around. A little, Awesome Games Done Quick joke, if you haven't seen that, about saving the animals, killing the animals. No, that's in the next game. Well, not the next game that we're going to be playing afterwards. I'm talking about, like, in Super Metroid, the next in the continuity, but you know what I mean. Okay! There! Done! Woo! Man, that was so close. Okay, let me just get a drink. Alright, I'm gonna answer some more of your questions. Yeah, I know, he doesn't sound like Tom Kenny. You're right, Pocketbook. Scoutmaster Lumpus on Camp Laszlo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I also forget that he was, voicing that character as well. Let's see. Glad they got rid of the squeaking retainer sound Darren made from the pilot. If they left it, it would have given me a headache. Yeah, I definitely agree. Oh, speaking of which, the interview with Ken Michael, I'm going to upload that podcast next Saturday. So next Saturday will be the interview with Ken Michael, and he does mention about Darren's portrayal in the pilot. So stay tuned for that. And building Lego ships. I wish I could build I wish I could build Lego ships, but I just never could. Anyway, the timing of my escape couldn't have been worse. I was attacked by space pirates and left nearly defenseless, stripped of my power suit. All I had for protection was my rather useless emergency pistol. Infiltrating the space pirate mothership, so armed may have been foolish, but I have no other choice. Could I survive long enough to escape? So yeah, if you played the original Metroid, the game should have ended right there. But now, with Zero Mission, we're actually going to be playing Samus in her Zero suit, that you've probably mostly seen in Smash Brothers, and we're going to go all Metal Gear style and having stealth be our gameplay. Until, you know, we get some help. So, there's that. Kenny Blake, Ken Michael is, it is still Kenny Blank, but he just changed his name. So instead of Kenny Blank, it's now Ken Michael. So that's his name now. Yeah, I mean, for some reason we've been interviewing a lot of people and their names have changed since then. You know, we've had, well, I mean, the only exception is Jared Faber. But, yeah, Aspen, Miller is now Aspen Vincent because she got married. Same thing with Jackie Harris, Jackie Harris Greenberg. And now with Ken, instead of Kenny Blank, now he's Ken Michael. So it's the same person, Pocketbook, so don't worry, you're not confused. I mean, I hope you're not confused. You know what I mean. Yes, the interview is going to be really, really cool, Alex. I'm really looking forward to it. We had a lot of fun. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyway, what was I saying before? Lego ships, yeah. I really respect people who can build Legos. As for me personally, I don't know how to do that stuff. I think I even mentioned this before when somebody was asking me about, like, if I like games like Minecraft and stuff like that, where you get to build your own things. I really don't. I can't. I'm terrible at it. It's kind of like with arts and crafts kind of thing. It's like I've always been awful at that. I've always been awful with arts and crafts. I can't draw. I can barely color anything well. And, yeah, I just never did very well with arts and pottery and painting and whatever. My sister's actually much better at that than I am. She knows how to paint, she loves pottery, she loves doing, like, those cool little arts and crafts, things. Her and my cousin actually made their own little plates and cups that are decorated, so I can't do that. Oh yes, you named yourself Norbert after a certain Nickelodeon show that... Oh yes, that's right. I am doing the top 10 Angry Beavers list. I already chose 6 so far. And I have to go now. So, yes, I will be I'll be covering Angry Beavers really soon. I'm really looking forward to it because I've been having a blast watching Angry Beavers so far. I'm already at Season 3, so I am almost done with it. And go away. So yeah, now we are defenseless, so now we have nothing more than just a stun pistol, so we have to sneak around and hopefully we don't get caught with lasers and space pirates and what have you. So yeah, so if you want me to call you Norbert, Pocketbook, then I can do that. Or if you want me to just call you Pocketbook, which is whatever. Ah, I hate that. I hate that part. So yeah, if you so yeah, let me know in the chat, Norbert, of what you want me to call you. At this point, I mean, you know, some people like to be called by their username, some people like to be called by their real names. I don't know. Okay, sure. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, Simeon. That's also fair enough too. A review on the wild thornberries. Oh boy. I mean, I really don't do a lot of reviews on this channel, but I mean, one on the wild thornberries. Ugh. I mean, if I do one on the wild thornberries, I have a really strong feeling that a lot of people are going to be angry with me, because I really am not too crazy about the wild thornberries, but I'll probably put it down on the line in the future. Maybe I'll do an analysis video on what some things I would have liked to see the wild thornberries do, but as a review, maybe, most likely no. But thanks for the offer, Alex. Really do appreciate it. Let's see. Yes, I do know that your name is not Simon. I know it's Simeon because it has an E at the end. I knew somebody named Simeon, and that's why I'm able to know about that. Let's see, where do I go? I think I'm supposed to go down here. Ah! No, I wasn't. Hey, shoot. Shoot. There we go. Okay. Crawl down. Okay, I'll wait until they're gone. Anyway, please think about it. Such an underrated show with such great writing and artwork, and Pocketbook it may be a little difficult due to legal issues. If you think it's an underrated show, then you know what, more power to you. I really do appreciate it when people have other opinions about various things. I'm not gonna go out and say, oh, you're absolutely wrong, you should follow what I say. No, of course I'm not gonna do that. And the same way about how, you know, there were some people who defended Disney's Doug. It's like, if you like the show, then you know what, more power to you. And I'm trying not to get caught in these spotlights, because if I do... Oh, no. Phew, that was close. Yeah, I don't want the alarm to go off again because I'm in low health. And at least they didn't catch my ponytail, so that's awesome. So thank you, video game. Logic. Ah, never mind. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to go up here. Gotcha. Come on, let me save. Hide here. Anyway, would it be possible for two shows from two different networks to have a crossover? If it could be done well. If it has kind of like the same tone, and if it has something that you could think that it'll match up, I think it could be possible. You don't see a lot of crossovers nowadays, that's for sure. But, I mean, if it could be done well, then I would say go for it. If not, if it sounds, like, really, really weird, probably not. Jump. Oh boy, I hate this one. Do you think Hynden Walsh can handle both voicing Starfire and Princess Bubblegum? Let's see, Adventure Time and Teen Titans, I don't know if they would belong in the same universe. I knew that was gonna happen. And I fell too. I hate this part right here. Come on, up. Okay, gotta get out of here. Okay. Okay. Nope. Dead. No, I've never seen Tangled, the series on Disney Channel, but my friend Nordy actually reviewed the pilot, if you're interested in going to check that out. So, yeah, go onto YouTube, type in Nordy North, and his online series is called Peeking at the Pilot, and he did cover Tangled, the TV series. So if you're interested in going to check that out, then I recommend that you do. And, no, I haven't seen it yet. It looks pretty interesting, though. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, I am supposed to go left. I'm dead. Yeah, I know that she does have the same voice actress, but, would it fit in the same universe, though? Unless it's like... I'm sure a lot of people would probably want to see Teen Titans Go with Adventure Time, but, I don't think it'll kind of mix very well. It'll be kind of interesting, I'll just say. But if you can pull it off, then, go for it. Mess that up. Come on. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. Have I ever heard of the live-action Teen Titans show? I didn't know there was a live-action Teen Titans show. I had no clue. So, yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. Hate that one. So, yeah, I've never seen it. Alright. We've reached over to the Chozo Ruins. Okay, up there. And there we go. Okay. I have the 1999 Doug's First Movie Toys. Awesome. Yeah, I think even Marlena Mook, I think she even posted that she had Herman Melville, in which if you squeeze on it, the eyes turn red, which is like, why couldn't Herman Melville's eyes turn red? That would have been so cool. It would have made him at least remotely threatening. Anyway. Which is worse, Hey Arnold the movie or Doug's First Movie? Ooh, excellent question. I think, in my personal opinion, I think that Doug's First Movie may be worse. Because you have to remember that with Hey Arnold the movie, at least they tried their very best to make it as action-packed as possible. But with Doug's First Movie, I feel like, it really shows that it was meant to be a TV movie. With Hey Arnold the movie as well, but at least they tried. And also, I think that Hey Arnold... I should have stood there. I think with Hey Arnold the movie, at least they had I think they already knew that they were going to be turned into a theatrical movie at least a little bit longer than Disney's Doug. So at least they had a little bit of time to work out some of the story aspects, but with Disney's Doug, I mean, I can definitely tell that it was like they were really shooting out for like the last minute. So yeah, I think that, you know, some of the things that, you know, Disney's Doug tried to do, it just didn't work out. But, I thought it was going to get away. Anyway, Tinny Tim from Futurama sounds an awful lot like Hoodsy. I think it's because, don't get me if I'm wrong, I think Tinny Tim is also voiced by Tress MacNeille. I think. So it wouldn't be surprising because Tress MacNeille voices a lot of Futurama characters. But then again, you know, she is pretty much like one of the major voice actors in a lot of Matt Groening's, you know, projects like The Simpsons and Futurama. So yeah, I think that it's not too surprising. So I think that maybe Tinny Tim is voiced by Tress MacNeille. I think. Okay, good. Let's see. I'm gonna pause this time. Did you notice that in Doug's first movie, when they say Funky Town, it sounds like they're saying... Oh, you know, I never noticed that, to be quite honest. I know that the Nostalgia Critic made a bunch of jokes about that, but I never noticed that, to be quite honest. So yeah, I don't think that was intentional, to be quite honest. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, I think we're doing okay so far. We're almost there to the Chozo Ruins that we need to go to. Let's see. Need to save. Yeah, we're almost there. Oh, I hate this thing. The lasers. Why is it... Okay. Yeah, the reason why Samus isn't wearing her suit is because when she escaped from... Planet Zebes, and when they were shooting her down, she wasn't able to activate her suit, so now she's in her Zero suit. So that's why. I mean, ordinarily, if you played the original... Ah, damn it. Yeah, if you played the original, when you defeat Mother Brain, that's actually how the game ends, but they added in this part of the game. There's a reason why, and I'll definitely explain more in a minute. Way. Jump up there, and we'll hide. Yeah. Oh, really? You found me? Okay, sure. No? Okay. Fine. There. You shot me open. Thank you. Really? You're not going to crawl under and try to find me? Okay, thank you. Am I going to watch the Hey Arnold Jungle movie live on TV when it comes out this Thanksgiving? Oh man, you know, I need to find out what time it airs because, you know, I would love to have dinner with my family, but yeah, I'll definitely watch it on TV. Whether I watch it live or on demand, yes, I am going to be watching it. And I'm planning on doing a podcast recap with a couple of other Hey Arnold fans. And there's the power bomb. So I need the power bomb. I'm gonna get the power bomb. So yeah, I'm gonna be covering that. Let me just save really quick. I can't find Night of the Living Dougs. Yeah, here's the thing. A lot of the episodes of Disney's Doug have been not uploaded because either they couldn't find it. So yeah, only 2/3 of the series are available online, which is a shame. Because I really wanted to cover Disney's Doug in its entirety, but I only could work with what I had. And I really wanted to talk about the finale, which I never could get. I couldn't find it. I really tried looking for it, but I remember the finale and how it was pretty satisfying. So yeah. Come on, go down. Good. Okay. What's so bad about the later seasons of Powerpuff Girls? I think for a lot of people, the reason why they didn't like it was because, you know, it was basically seasonal rot. You know, Craig McCracken just he wanted to move on to other things, and because Powerpuff Girls was just so popular, it felt like they were kind of running out of ideas from what I remember. I haven't seen the later seasons in a while, so I think I do recall that it was not really a big favorite amongst a lot of people. Oh, I have to go up. Yeah, there we go. Yep, this is where we have to go. Okay. Whoop. Damn it. Hey, Captain Beastbone, welcome back. Yeah, I knew it. Craig McCracken wasn't involved in the last 2 seasons. Yeah, I thought so, because I know he was busy with Foster's at the time. I think Chris Savino, who wrote the later seasons of Powerpuff Girls, similar to how he took over Dexter's Lab. If you're referring to, like, you know, in which, you know, when he did take over for Dexter's Lab, that, of how he did it, again, I'll have to rewatch this show for my, you know, to see how they stack up against the original, but yeah. Don't worry about it if you don't have as much questions, AJ. If, you know, if you have a statement that you want to say, then you can, by means, go ahead. Okay, there we go. You don't hate the Savino era. Okay, that's fair enough. Again, I have to see it for myself to see how it stacks up. You know, just because a writer worked on something and it didn't turn out well doesn't mean that they're bad. It's kind of like I kind of made a joke about it when I said that Joe Fallon, who wrote a good episode of Arthur, didn't write stellar episodes of Disney's Doug. And I said, life doesn't make sense. It was kind of like a joke. It's kind of like another dimension in which a person can write something good in one show, but then they turn out to write something bad in another. It's like, you know, that doesn't derail from their quality. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was supposed to go. Ouch. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I haven't seen the series in a while, both of them, so I'll have to double check them to see, but I know that Chris Savino has done really well with the Loud House, and I'm really happy for him for that. Come on, run. Ah, dead. The synopsis of 1/3 of Disney's Doug are not available online on Wikipedia. Well, that's to be expected, of course. Instead of Captain Beast Mode, call me Grayson. Okay, hello, Grayson. Best episodes of Disney's Doug that you saw. Oh, oh boy. I mean, I really like the episodes that focus on the other characters. Like, Patty's Dad Dilemma was a great showcase on, you know, Patty's struggles with, you know, thinking about what her dad is doing, and the fears of having somebody like Miss Crystal taking her place as her mom. That was actually pretty strong. And let's see what else. I do like some of the Quailman episodes as well. The only one that I did see was Quailman 6, the Dark Quail Saga, and I saw Quailman versus the Annoying Steward. Those were a lot of fun. Probably not as memorable as the ones that Nickelodeon showcased, but I thought they were enjoyable. The only thing that was kind of questioning to me was that Quailmen barely or almost never used the Quail Eye. That was kind of strange. I mean, I know that Quailman was always like one of those superheroes that didn't use powers, but at least he had the Quail Eye, so there's that. So it made it like, you know, hey, guess what? You know, Quailman does have powers, you know. So yeah, I wish you would have used the Quail Eye more. Let's see if I can think of anything else. Yeah, the other episodes were fine. I mean, the show is okay at best, but, you know, when you compare it to the Nickelodeon version, and especially when you compare it to what was out at the time, like during its slice of life run during the late 90s, it kind of is, it doesn't really stick out too much. So it's a shame that, you know, that Jim wasn't around to dedicate as much on Disney's Doug as he could have been. But, you know, he had other projects to do. I love doing that. There we go. Okay. Let's see. 6 months till the Jungle movie. I know. Woo! I'm so excited. I'm really excited. I think I even mentioned this before on the Arumeha show, that most likely there are going to be some people that are going to be slightly disappointed that it may not turn out the way they think it's going to turn out, but I'm just really excited that it's happening. Okay. So, we're almost there. Okay, going in, we're heading into the ruins. There we go. Favorite character from Ah Real Monsters? The Grumble is so hilarious and over the top, and as well as Simon the Hunter. Both of those characters, I love the trio, Ickis, Crummin, Oblina. Those are the ones that are my favorites. Sure, yeah, I do agree, Pocketbook, that, you know, if the Nickelodeon Doug is going to be focusing on Doug and it should be shown from his perspective, okay, you know, I find that to be fair enough. But, you know, the one thing that I do like about Hey Arnold is that even though the show is called Hey Arnold, it does focus on the other characters, which makes it really fascinating to me. Okay. Need to shoot the 4 orbs so that we can be able to fulfill some prophecy or something. I have no idea. But yeah, it's something to do with the Chosen. And for those who don't know about the Metroid lore... missed. For those who don't know about the Metroid lore, Samus was raised by the Chosen, which are these, like, bird-like creatures. And that's how she was able to learn about becoming, you know, a bounty hunter. And that was how she learned about, you know, fighting and stuff like that. That's how she got the... that's how she got the power suit and all that stuff, so yeah. Missed. Need to wait and shoot until those things come up. Lightning struck. Got it. Okay, one more. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me the last one, give me the last one. Missed. I'm dead. Crumb is my favorite character. Awesome. In my opinion, Nick wasn't so great until 1991 with the debut of the Nicktoons. A lot of people say that. I think, in my opinion, 1991 was the most important year for Nickelodeon, that was for sure. I know a lot of people say, like, you know, what about, like, the late 80s with Double Dare, or the early 80s with You Can't Do That on Television, but I think, in my personal opinion, that it was 1991 that was the most important. Maybe I'll do, like, a top 10 best years of Nickelodeon, and definitely 1991 will be number 1. You know, kind of like how game trailers used to do it back in the day, in which they kind of done, like, the top 10 greatest years in video gaming, and then talked about, like, 1986 and 1991 and 2007, so, yeah, maybe somebody can do that down the line. Oh, they do have plot synopsis on Wikipedia. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pocketbook. So, I mean, I'm glad that they're able to be summed up, but it's just a shame that you can't watch it. That's really sad. Alright, let's try this again. Take 2. Come on, where are you? Oh, there you are. Ah, I missed. There we go, that's 1. Ah, I missed again. There we go, 2. Okay, 3. 1 more. Oh, I missed. Come on. 4. Got it. Okay, look at myself, looking all badass. Okay, there's the power suit. And transformation! Chozo, Prism, Power, Makeup! And all the items that we collected throughout the game, now we finally have access to them. So we have the Plasma Beam. We have the Gravity Suit, which will make things so much easier. No lava damage. We can move water freely. So, yeah, we're pretty much invincible. And finally, the Space Jump. Infinite jumps in the air. Yes! I love the way you say Arun. I just pronounce his name like Arun and don't roll the R. That's just how I do it. But now we are super powerful! This is actually one of my favorite moments where you just careen through this entire game shooting down the space pirates. Yeah, take that. So satisfying. Okay, hold on. Just go through it. There we go. There we go. Oh, screw attack. Okay. Take that. There we go. Okay, got another super missile. Let's see. The stream occasionally lags. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sorry for that. You know, just want to let you know that I have a standard laptop, so it's not one that I can be able to just casually go through like games and stuff like that. So yeah, sorry if it occasionally lags. Really do apologize. Take that. And that. And that. And that. And that. Here. Eat this. Yeah, I'm sorry that the stream is lagging on you. I really do apologize. Okay, most middle-of-the-road Nickelodeon show. What show lies in the middle? That is not as good as Avatar The Last Airbender, but it's not as bad as Nick Studio 10. Middling, huh? you mean like an average show? Let's see. You know, Cat Dog I would think would be an average show, but there are some little things about the show that kind of rub me the wrong way. I mean, it would be, you know, conceptually. And I'm dead. But there's that, and also, let's see what else. What's middling? Like... Brothers Garcia, even though that it was like a groundbreaking show for its time, I do think that when you look back on it, it's kind of average. It's sort of like, what would it be like if the Wonder Years had a Hispanic cast? So there's that as well. I mean, at least it did some revolutionary things for its time. I mean, at least it had an all-star Hispanic cast, and I can give it credit for that. But looking at it today, it is pretty, like, down. It's just pretty in the middle. It's not as horrible as, say, like, I don't know, like Sam and Cat or anything like that, but it's just not as good as something like Clarissa or Pete and Pete. Oh, it's offline? Let me double check. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. Let me just double check the outputs. Alright, let's see if this works. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, Nick still shows advertisement with memes. I have no idea why they'd use them. I think they're trying to be cool for the kids, because hey, you know, kids love memes, harder. But, yeah, it's kind of sad to be quite honest. I mean, I'm not too crazy about them myself. I don't, like, look at memes, and I don't follow YouTube poops or whatever, so I wouldn't know about any of that stuff, but I'm not too crazy about it. Ah, I missed. Anyway, as soon as I get the power suit again, I'm definitely gonna save. That way I don't have to do this again. Because I have one more boss to fight right before, you know... Ah, I missed. Right before the game's over. Ah, I missed. Come on. Go up again. Go up again. Ah, missed again. No, nope, dead. Okay. Nickelodeon is running its course that in 2 years, Nickelodeon will be almost 40. Yeah, it's crazy to think about that. Oh, there is a Cars 3 commercial. I seriously haven't seen it. I mean, if it's showing on Nickelodeon, I mean, I haven't seen it. So, good on it. What is the commercial like, by the way? Yeah. Yes, I do know about the episode Teeth for Two. It's pretty disturbing, actually. Also, doesn't really make a lot of sense because, you know, you have instances in which, you know, if something bad happens to dog or to cat, it happens to the other one. But then we have episodes in which, you know, they do something and it affects themselves. So, yeah. I mean, if I were to do an analysis video on Cat Dog, one of the things I would point out is that the biology of Cat Dog itself is pretty inconsistent. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I would say that Cat Dog is very average at best and just mean-spirited at worst. So yeah, I know a lot of people are really going to be angry with me if I say that because, you know, I know a lot of people grew up with Cat Dog, but I mean, I'm just sorry. I mean, that's how I personally feel about it. I mean, it's not as groundbreaking as Ren and Stimpy. It doesn't pull off the funny, you know, inside adult jokes as Rocko's Modern Life. It doesn't have the great dynamic brotherly duo as the Angry Beavers. And it doesn't pull itself together into, like, it doesn't have, like, the memorable songs compared to SpongeBob. So I think Cat Dog is just kind of, like, middling. And, you know, I can say this, that while I do personally not like the Wild Thornberrys, at least it was a unique idea. I mean, you don't know any other show that pulled off something similar to the Wild Thornberrys ever since. But with Cat Dog, on the other hand, I mean, it was something that was like that at the time, and it just, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think the reason why people still love it is because they grew up with it. And if you did, then that's perfectly fine. I don't have anything against that. But I'm sorry, I just don't really care too much about it. Ah, thank you. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Their teeth affect each other, and teeth for two, how does that work? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine, Pocketbook. Who knows, maybe Pat will do a film theory on how CatDog works. Maybe he'll answer that long question about how CatDog goes to the bathroom, because that's the one question that everybody still asks to this day. Not about, like, did Zuko find his mother? Or, you know, are they going to release the final episode of The Angry Beavers? No, it's, CatDog, how do you go to the bathroom? That's the one question that people are still asking. It's like, wow. It is a question that I am gripping my seat to finding out. Anyway, the Jungle movie storyboard is going to be better than the original 2002 storyboard. Well, I mean, you have to understand that that's a 15 long gap. So obviously it's going to look better. As for how the story is, that's a completely different story, and we don't even know it ourselves, AJ, so let's just cross our fingers. Okay, let's try this again, and hopefully I don't die. I need to save first. Let's see if I can find somewhere to save right before I continue on. Okay. There we go. Let me save, and then I'll continue. Fishing for trouble was weird, especially when Cat goes inside Dog's mouth. Yeah, I think I also remember that episode too. That was pretty weird. Like, you know, if I was attached to somebody, could I be able to go inside the person? I don't think that's how it works. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how was he able to do that without suffering from, you know, from digestive fluids? Your guess is as good as mine. It's one of those, you know, things, it's like the world we never know. So, yeah. But, and also another thing that doesn't really stick out for me for CatDog is that the side characters are pretty bland, too. Like, you see them better done in other shows. Like, you know, you have, like, the, you know, and also every single one of them is a mean-spirited jerk. Like, the Greaser Dogs are mean-spirited. Winslow is mean-spirited. Rancid Rabbit is mean-spirited. All the other townsfolk are mean-spirited because they call CatDog a weirdo, a freak. So it's like, they're just full of mean-spiritedness. And then the characters are just nothing special. Like, if you were to compare, like, for example, Lola, you know, the zoologist, I mean, she's just not as interesting compared to Sandy. You know, Sandy's much more interesting. And, you know, Dr. Hutchison as well, even though that she doesn't show up in a lot of episodes. But at least she's quirky and fun. And, let's see what else. You know, you have Mervis and Dunglap, who are kind of like the duo. They're like the best buddies, and they're just kind of bland. And Eddie the Squirrel is just really crazy and manic for the sake of it. So yeah, the characters are pretty bland, and also the setup of you know, CatDog is pretty inconsistent. It tries to be like an everyday sort of thing, like, you know, one episode something's different, or they don't meet up with another person, kind of like in Ren and Stimpy, in which one episode they're homeless, the other episode they have a house, the other episode they live in a trailer home, one episode they have an owner. I think for something like CatDog, in which, you know, one episode they know Rancid, the other episode they don't know Rancid, and, you know, stuff like that, it's like, it doesn't really match up with, you know, trying to be like Ren and Stimpy, in which, like, you know, every episode Ren and Stimpy are doing something different. I think CatDog was trying to do the same thing, but because it has a consistent town with consistent characters, it doesn't work. Okay, where am I supposed to go? Right. Let's go right. Okay, there we go. But, and then again, that's my personal opinion. If you really love CatDog, then, you know what, like I said, more power to you. Lola is voiced by Nika Futterman, who also voices Luna Loud from The Loud House, Chum Chum from Fanboy and Chum Chum, and Olga from Hey Arnold, and Adam Lyon. Yes, I do know about the voice actors, that is true, but it's like I said about Tom Kenny. I really like his other voice acting roles, I just don't like Buzz. So it's like, you know, if there's a voice... Oh, hold on. Oh, dead. If there's a character that they voiced, I mean, yeah, sure, I mean, you can't blame the voice actors because they're just doing a job. But, you know, if it's a character that you don't personally care for or root for, then you know, I mean, sure, whoever voices it, I mean, it doesn't really matter, to be quite honest. I mean, sure, you kind of defend the voice actors because you love the voice actors' work, and you understand that, you know, they're just doing their job, and, you know, they're, you know, if they have a character that they're going to voice, then that's perfectly fine. But as for me personally, you know, even if, you know, Nika Flutterman does voice, you know, these characters, you know, does voice the other characters, which are fantastic, I just don't really care for Lola. I'm sorry. And, you know, Rancid Rabbit, I mean, sure, he was fun at times, but not really too much of a fan of him either, even though I love Billy West. I even stated that in my Disney's Doug video, that, you know, when, you know, Tom McHugh and Chris Phillips, I'm sorry, Chris Phillips, they, you know, they portrayed as Doug and Roger, it just didn't feel the same. So, you know, trust me, I'm a huge fan of Billy West. He's like one of my favorite voice actors. Anyway, I'm almost there. So, I'm almost done with this game, which is fantastic. Let's see. TV movies take a while to make, especially the storyboard take a lot of time. Yeah, I do agree. You know, you have to give it some time. Make sure that you do the best that you can. So yeah, I really respect storyboard artists. I kind of already, you know, have a sense of what, you know, storyboard artists do. They have to take a script and they kind of have to draw the script in a way that, you know, you kind of see the scenes. So I really respect them for that. Let's see. There we go. Oh, and yes, right, I need the power bomb too. I'm not gonna get that yet. I'm not supposed to go here yet. Okay. Have I ever heard of the Moxie Show? Yes, I have heard of the Moxie Show. I remember that was being like one of the very first shows on Cartoon Network. It was like a CGI kind of fox. And, yeah, I do remember seeing it. I don't really remember too much about it, but I do remember seeing it. Yeah, okay, this way. Yeah, I haven't seen the show in a while. I probably haven't seen the show since it's aired. Since, you know, it aired. So yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, so yeah, let me just go down. Yeah. Worst CGI animation that I've ever seen. Worst one, huh? You know, it's funny because, you know, a lot of my colleagues from Manic Expression, they review some of the worst shows that I've ever, and movies that I've ever seen. And I just really appreciate the fact that they do that, because I would have never done it by myself. Like, you know, stuff from like Brinqueo? Yeah, Brinqueo. Video Brinqueo does like some of the worst things ever. Like, I have no idea, you know, like, they have like, you know, what you call it? They have like those rip-offs of like Disney and Pixar movies. It just looks so awful. So yeah. I mean, like Little Panda Fighter and that Cars rip-off. Cars rip-off, and there's one that Y-Boy did a few years ago where it was trying to be like some sort of generic kung fu movie. I don't remember what it was called, but let's see what else. Where am I supposed to go? I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. But yeah, I mean, that's some of like the worst CGI I've ever seen. As for like a TV show, I probably couldn't tell you just yet. I just got my shot yesterday. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm actually, personally, I'm afraid of needles myself, so, you know, hang in there. You know, it's beneficial for, you know, for you. May not be just yet, but trust me, I mean, it's something that we all need at some point in our lives. Pinky Malinky has been delayed until 2018. Oh boy. You know what, I really don't... I mean, unless you can be able to make it work, I mean, I'm really concerned about TV shows that are, like, delayed for a long time. Because you know that it means that, you know, maybe they got, like, some behind-the-scenes issues and stuff like that. It was the same thing for Sailor Moon Crystal and Dragon Ball Super, in which they had to go through, like, you know, like, behind-the-scenes delays and stuff like that, which I always find really, I find really sad, to be quite honest, because people in the animation industry, they work so hard on trying to present shows, and they have to do it on, like, a limited budget and stuff like that, so they're just doing the very best that they can. I mean, whether the show turns out bad or good, I'm just hoping it turns out well for them. There we go. Okay, do I go down here? Oh, I need the power bomb. I don't have it right now. Need to find it first. Where is it? I think... Do I have to go back to get the power bomb? Probably I do. Who are CatDog's parents? I mean, according to the TV movie, they are a Sasquatch and a frog when they were adopted. As for who they really are, like their real parents, no clue. Not a clue. It's never been revealed, which that actually kind of made me really disappointed, because I think that was like the second biggest question that CatDog fans had, and was never answered. So yeah, your guess is as good as mine as to who CatDog's parents really are, because I don't even know myself. And I think I may need to get the power bomb, so we're not done yet. Wish I knew, though. Wish I knew. Oh, really? You named a character Patricia. That's awesome, Pocketbook, in your pilot. I'm not gonna be, like, presumptuous and saying, like, oh, you named a character after me, but, you know, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I'm assuming it's not, but that's pretty cool that you have a character like that, because there's not a lot of people nowadays that have my name, because, you know, it's a more old-fashioned name. And I need to get this... yeah, Full House ran from 1987 to 1995, so, yeah, it did have a good run, I do admit. Huh? Oh, there it is. Yeah, oh, okay, it was a coincidence. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was just a coincidence. That's a pretty cool coincidence, I must say. Yeah, because there's not a lot of people who have my name anymore. It's a shame, to be quite honest, because, you know, I know it's a much more older-fashioned name. So, you know, I'm not assuming that a lot of people are going to be named that nowadays. Let me see. Am I missing something? I feel like I am. Do I have to go... I think I need to go up there to the secret area. I think that's where I need to go. A lot of people don't have your name either. Okay, That's a shame, Grayson. Let's see. Even though Pinky Malinky isn't officially out yet, it's already been getting some criticism. They're calling it a Gumball ripoff. Huh. Kind of like the same way in which a lot of people called Sanjay and Craig a Adventure Time ripoff? I don't know. SpongeBob SquarePants turns 18 on May 1st. Can you believe it's the only 90s show that's running today? Yeah, I think we actually did talk about that not too long ago. That it is now the longest 90s show airing because Nick News with Linda Ellerby was also, in contender for that, but it ended a few years ago. So, yeah, it's a shame. But, SpongeBob lasting for this long, that just shows to show you how much of an impact this show still has. I think I even mentioned this before on a few live streams and stuff like that, that every time that I go to a convention and there's somebody who was a huge, part of SpongeBob, whether it be like they're a voice actor or something like that, there's a lot of kids who gravitated to SpongeBob. There's like, every single question I hear is all about SpongeBob, and it's like, that just goes to show you how much of a huge impact the show still has on a lot of people, especially kids. Especially kids. Not a lot of people have your name either. You don't know how many substitute teachers call you Simon. Oh, it's clearly Simeon. I mean, it has an E at the end, not an I. So, yeah, I feel ya. Sorry about that. Okay, let me see if I can try to go to the right a little bit more. I feel like I'm missing something, though. I think I do need to get the power... Yeah, I do need to get the power bomb, and it's somewhere around here. You die. Yeah, I do need to get the power bomb. Now I remember. Okay, so I have to go all the way back up just so I can get the power bomb. Fine. I'll do it. That way I can be done with this game. Okay, by the way, I think if you did a worst Nick shows list, it'll probably be a bit generic. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. If I am gonna do, like, the top 10 worst Nickelodeon shows ever, I have to do something different with it. Like, something really different. Like, maybe do it by decade. Ooh, I don't think anybody's ever done that before. Do it by the decade. Top 10 worst Nickelodeon shows of the 90s. Oh man, if I did that, there will be so many people who will be so pissed off at me. Maybe I shouldn't do it. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not gonna do one of those, like, worst Nickelodeon shows ever, because, to be quite honest, I mean, it's been done to death already. So what more would I add to it? And the ones that and every time I see, like, a top 10 worst Nickelodeon shows, I only see the shows that have been, like, around, like, during the past 10 years. Like, not the ones that came out, like, during the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or anything like that. I mean, I just see them and they've all been, like, the same. So, yeah. I mean, if I were to do it, I have to be a lot more creative than just saying, number 10, Nick Studio 10, number 9, Fanboy and Chum Chum or whatever. It's like, no. I can't do that. I have to do something much different. Yeah, exactly, Pocketbook. They've been like Fanboy and Chum Chum. Ouch. They've been like Fanboy and Chum Chum and Breadwinners and stuff like that. They've all been the same. And to be quite honest, oh, I ended up back here again. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, exactly. Nick Studio 10 and Fanboy and Chum... Yeah, exactly. It was a block, not a show. So yeah, if I were to do something like that, I have to do something original. But I'm not planning on doing that. I mean, I'd rather be more positive on my lists than negative. I think the closest thing that I was to being extremely negative was, like, when I did my top 15 most absurd talents on Figure It Out that actually got a lot of people upset. There we go. So yeah, that actually got a lot of people upset. I mean, I know a lot of people also do like Figure It Out as well, but I'm just not too crazy about it. Oh wait, I was already here. I did a top 10 worst Nick shows. Yeah, it's funny because when I did that list a few years ago for Manic Expression, I was mostly doing it because, you know, we just needed content for the channel, and it just didn't work out in the end. You know, I mean, it didn't work out that, you know, we have, like, a few people like Dicker Shadow and Creepy coming up and doing, like, original, you know, content. I probably will, you know, maybe have to do a remake of that one in the future and not just point out, like, oh, I'm doing it because I have to. So, yeah, I may have to change my opinion if I ever remake that list down the line. As for, like, number one, I mean, that'd be a good question as to what would be number one, to be quite honest. Dead. Have I ever seen the cartoons from the 60s to the 80s that were rip-offs of Scooby-Doo? We were actually going to be talking about that in the podcast, by the way. Whether it be, like, let's see, there was, like, Josie and the Pussycat, and there was Speed Buggy, and, let's see, there was a whole bunch of others, too. We were actually going to be talking about that, but we just wanted to focus on, like, you know, the classic Scooby-Doo series and, like, the other incarnations, so we never got around to it. Which is probably a good thing, because what more, I don't think there would have been more we could say about it. But yeah, I do know about some of the rip-offs of Scooby-Doo projects. Not all of them, but just a good amount of them. Like, just some. There we go. Okay, this is the ship we're supposed to go into to escape in the end of the game. So yeah, all the way in the bottom, we're supposed to go into that ship, and then afterwards we're supposed to, but in order for us to get to that ship, we need to fight off against, Mecha Ridley. Not to be confused with Meta Ridley from the game. So yeah, we're gonna be fighting off one more boss. Hooray. Do you think Cat Dog might have been a lab experiment? Possibly. I mean, that's the only logical explanation I can think of. But then again, if the Sasquatch and the frog found Cat Dog in the ledge out in the middle of nowhere, how did they get there in the first place? I mean, maybe they were an experiment. I mean, how do you explain, like, the cats and dogs living together, similar to, like, you know, the Hatfields and the McCoys being, like, a completely opposite of, you know, family members. So, yeah, I have no clue, to be quite honest. I mean, it could be a lab experiment. Maybe they were born that way. Maybe, but yeah, I have, you know, your guess is as good as mine, and unfortunately, you know, I don't think we'll ever get an answer to that. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, we're supposed to go here, get the missile, there we go. I remember when you uploaded your top 20 Hey Arnold episodes, it was blocked by Viacom. Yeah, that tends to happen. You know, similar to how, you know, currently my Veterans Day episode is blocked by Viacom. and also, let's see what else is blocked. My Fairly Odd, my from Pilot's Final Product of the Fairly Odd Parents is blocked. So yeah, a lot of stuff has been blocked by Nickelodeon. So yeah, thanks Viacom. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, what can you do, you know? I've tried my very best to, you know, try to get them back. They keep getting blocked. And there's just nothing I can do. I've tried my very best, and it just hasn't worked out for me. I mean, I wish there was some way I can be able to get it back, but I haven't been able to find a way that is legal. At least for them, anyway. I mean, if you can think of a way, then please let me know in the chat. How can I be able to make my content legal for Viacom standards? Did I watch Pinwheel? Not as a kid. I didn't know about Pinwheel until a few years ago when I started doing the Nickelodeon tribute. But I did watch a few episodes, and I do think that on a context, the show is really outdated by today's standards, but I respect on what it did. You know, I mean, I guess that's what a lot of people find it to be charming, is that, you know, because, you know, a lot of people grew up with it, and because, you know, it was actually, you know, like the first Nickelodeon show that ever happened, even before Nickelodeon was a concept, that, you know, a lot of people have respect for it. And you know, that's perfectly fine. It may not be one that I would consider to be like one of the best, but, you know, I do respect it for it. Where's the fair use? Yeah, exactly. Where is the fair use? You're absolutely right. Where is the fair use? I have no idea. I mean, I wish Viacom would be a lot more fair to their use with content, but as of right now, they have not. So, I just wish that they would be. Because if they were fair with their use, then trust me, posting up content online would be so much easier. Like, you wouldn't believe how easier it would be. But, you know, it's kind of funny that you even mentioned about fair use, because a few of my colleagues have also been going through that lately, about, like, where's the fair use? But even then, even they have had difficulties as well. Okay, where am I supposed to go? Go down here. Pinwheel was basically like Sesame Street. Yeah, you're right. It was supposed to be kind of like Sesame Street, except that, you know, it didn't have the budget. It didn't have, like, you know, the Jim Henson Company, you know, helping out with the puppets and stuff like that. So, yeah, they just had, like, a low budget and, like, very inexperienced puppeteers. And they had to work with what they had. I mean, it was for a local television channel. Yeah, it was a local television channel for Columbus, Ohio, and they just, you know, that's basically how it was back then, so. So, yeah, they had to work with what they had. Which, I mean, you can give them a lot of credit for, but, you know, looking at it like, you know, if you were like me and you didn't grow up with, you know, Pinwheel, then you just kind of look at it and kind of laugh at it and say, like, oh, that looks so cheap and stuff like that. But no, I mean, it does have its merits. It does have its good merits. Okay, I think, yeah, this is where I was supposed to go. Move. Out of the way. Thank you. Okay. No, I've been doing podcasts, AJ. I've been doing casual chats. In fact, I'm going to post one tonight as soon as I'm done with this live stream. And I've been doing We're in Between. I've been doing it every Tuesday for the past 3 months. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of podcasts lately. If you're talking about for Nickelodeon Slimecast podcast, then yeah, I haven't done that in a while. But in a few weeks, Nyx Missile will be coming back for Nyx Missile 4. So don't you worry, that will be coming back. Yeah, exactly. You're right about that. Some people claim that they're Viacom, but they're not, and so maybe that's why they're blocked. Maybe that's why. You have a point. Maybe I should just, go with the flow with saying like, oh, I'm not this, but, I'm actually this thing, but nah. I'll just have to go with the flow with, that. There we go. Yeah, copyright does suck, especially YouTube copyright. It just really, really sucks. But unfortunately, as of right now, that's the only way I can be able. I've been occasionally posting up on VidMe as well, but as of right now, they don't have a way that you can be able to, have your videos monetized, which sucks. Come on, let me make it. Yes, made it. No, I have not seen the Angry Beavers pilot pocketbook. So, if it's completely different than what it was in the TV series, I may need to do from pilot to final product on it, but I've already gotten some requests about, they want me to do one on Jimmy Neutron. But I haven't done the one on Wall and Crazy Kids yet. So I'm thinking that maybe for, but then I want to do one on an Adventure Time, because a lot of people have been requesting me to do one, programs that are not Nickelodeon, because the only one that I did was Carmen Sandiego. So, yeah, I am, I have a lot, there are a lot of people who are requesting me to do, like, various, things to do from pilot to final product, whether it be like Carmen Sandiego, not Carmen Sandiego, Adventure Time they want me to do one on Gravity Falls, that's another one. But yeah, as of right now, there's just so much, there's really a lot that they want me to do on. If Angry Beavers is different enough, then I'll definitely consider it, but if it's not, then I probably won't even cover it. Hire an editor. No, I can't hire an editor. I can't afford one. People who have money can be able to hire editors, but right now, in the certain state that I'm at, I can't. I would love to hire an editor, but at this time, I can't. I know that it will make my work a lot faster, but I just can't afford one right now. So yeah, I really appreciate your feedback on hiring an editor, but I can't. Ah, there you are. Found you, Powerbomb. There we go. Yeah, you can tweet me the link. I would love to see it. If there are some differences, then I'll definitely cover it. let's see, like, the animation's more downgraded, Norbert's design is different, and he's voiced by a different voice actor. Okay. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know whether I don't know if I'm gonna cover it in the future, but, you know, it would be kind of cool to see if I do see enough differences that I'd like to cover. But, cool. Let's see. Sorry, I have not been on the Nick Slimecast podcast in a while. Don't worry about it. To be quite honest, I've been pretty preoccupied with a lot of things myself. In fact, I even made the announcement that I'm going to be leaving the Nickelodeon Slimecast podcast in September. So, you know, Nick's Missile 4 is kind of like my final gift for the channel. And then afterwards, I have to focus on, like, you know, my personal life and, you know, this channel right here and my family. So, yeah. So yeah, I'll be leaving the page. I'll be leaving the Facebook page, and I'll be leaving the podcast in September. Anyway, so Ridley is actually down there, so I want to be able to save. Okay. One pilot that looks better than the show is CatDog's pilot. Really? Interesting. CatDog's pilot looked better than the actual TV show. That's very interesting. Okay, yeah, thank you very much, Pocketbook. I'll definitely check out the Angry Beavers pilot, and if I do see something different, then I'll definitely put it on the list, because a lot of people want me to cover a whole bunch of other pilots. Yeah, they want me to do one on, you know, they want me to do one on Jimmy Neutron, they want me to do one on Gravity Falls, on Adventure Time, so... And, you know, the one that I'm planning on doing next is Wild and Crazy Kids. So, you know, as soon as I'm done with the top 10 Angry Beavers list, and I have a few other things I'm working on, and then I'll tackle in that one. You know, because I like to space out the things, that, you know, my projects, because if I'm focused on, like, one thing, like I'm going to be doing constant top 10s or constant from pilot to final products or something like that, I feel like it's going to get boring. So, I like to mix it up a bit. I like to take my time with these things, which is why, you know, I haven't done one of these things in a while, so I apologize if you're waiting for the next episode. Okay, here we go. Time to fight the boss. Look at this thing. This is the menacing final boss. Ooh. Come on. I can never get the pattern right on this, so I'm getting the... Come on. Just toss. There we go. Oh, I can never get this thing right. There we go. Ah, dead. Oh, your battery's dying? Hurry up and charge it. Casting doesn't really work that way, but I have ideas of what voice actors I would like to hear voice on my own cartoon. Sure, yeah, tell me who you want, tell me who your dream voice cast is. I'd love to know. Should you wait until you do a Cartoon Network podcast? I am gonna do, yes, I am planning on doing a Cartoon Network podcast in October. So, yeah, that's because it'll be Cartoon Network's 25th anniversary. So I am planning on doing that. I'm planning on doing that with, if you guys recall, I was interviewed a few months ago by the guys from Character Crunch. They interviewed me for their podcast, which I haven't had an interview in a very long time. The last time I was interviewed before these guys was, I was interviewed for a Ren and Stimpy podcast. So yeah, that was the last time I was ever interviewed by somebody. But yeah, those guys who are huge fans of Cartoon Network, they want to be a part of the podcast. So yes, I will definitely do one in October. So please stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about like our Cartoon Network memories, our favorite shows, our least favorite shows. The only ones we will not be covering will not be doing Adult Swim, and we will not be doing Toonami. Just strictly Cartoon Network. Ooh, Keith David and Fred Tatus Shore. And Aspen Vincent will be voicing the villain's daughter. Good luck with that, because, you know, a lot of these voice actors are union actors. And so, you know, good luck with that. As for Aspen, I mean, she lives in New York. I don't know what her union rules are. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I wish you the best of luck if you can be able to get the hold of them. Come on. Ah, dead. Let's see. At least that's what I'm hoping for. It may not work that way. Let's see. Riley Downs, Charlotte on Henry Jr. will voice Patricia, Caleb's daughter. Yeah, like I let's see. Alana Ubach will voice the main character. Nick Mackay will voice Uncle Matt. So yeah, that sounds like a great cast. I wish you the best of luck if you can be able to get a hold of any of those people for your pilots. So yeah, best of luck. Also, another good thing about pilots is that, you know, if you've ever seen From Pilot to Final Product, then you may know that sometimes, you know, some of the actors don't end up voicing the characters. You know, maybe you find somebody else who may do a better job portraying as the character, and maybe you want to see if you can get a hold of them to do it. So, you know, who knows? Maybe you can find an up-and-coming actor, and you want to give them a shot to see if maybe you can be able to make them the next big star. So, yeah. But I like your voice cast. What do you think of E.G. Daily? Oh, I like E.G. Daily. She's a great voice actress. She's a great singer. Yeah, I really like her. She's really cool. I was attempting on getting a hold of her for a podcast, but she was really busy and she wasn't available, and she will not be anytime soon. So don't expect any podcast interviews with E.G. Daily. So, yeah, sorry. Come on. Come on. Let's see if I have any other questions on the chat. Can you repeat what I just said about pilots? Yeah. I was saying about how sometimes an actor... Damn it. I might as well just say it now. Sometimes an actor, you know, they portray as a character and then sometimes they get replaced by somebody else. So, yeah, maybe sometimes, you know, you find an up-and-coming actor and maybe you want to give them a shot to play the role. So, yeah, I was just saying about that. You know, the voice cast that you have is a good one. I really hope that you have the best of luck getting a hold of any of these people, but if you have difficulties with getting a hold of them, then who knows, maybe you find somebody else who can be just as talented in portraying any of those characters. So I wish you the best of luck on that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, if you have another cast for another show, yeah, let me know. Yeah, even at 55, yes, E.G. Daily is pretty, yeah, she's really pretty. I do agree. Although I personally would not give her the wolf whistle, but I get what you're saying. Cats are very expensive. I used to own a cat, so yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Cat litter, cat food, vaccinations, toys, stuff like that. Come on. Didn't even land one. Damn. Let's see, there's something going on at our school. It's about two kids named Charlotte and Xavier who discover a strange book in their school and uncover a lot of things. Mysteries and weird happenings going on around the school, while also going through our everyday school lives. Main antagonist is a tattletale kid named Thomas and the principal, Salamoni. Charlotte is voiced by Jill Tilley. Xavier voiced by Kath Soucie. Thomas is voiced by Jeff Bennett. Principal Salamoni voiced by Tress McNeil. Alright, that sounds interesting. Sounds like a really cool thing. Yeah, like I said, I hope that any of those projects get picked up. Wish you the best of luck on that. I'm curious. Are you thinking about presenting it over to, like a network like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or Disney, or do you want to do it, like, by yourself online? Because if you are going to do something like that online, it's going to be a little bit more harder to get a hold of these voice actors because, you know, I mean, for a passion project, it's going to take a little bit less money than what they would make for, like, a big role in a TV series, but yeah, I mean, if you are planning on pitching that to, like, you know, a network, then, you know, like I said, best of luck to you. Oh, your thoughts on your pilot? I like the idea. I'm just curious on whether you want to present it as, like, a show for a network, or you're going to want to do it online as a web series. Oh, you are going to pitch them both to Nickelodeon. Okay. Well, good luck. I wish you the best of luck on that. Having any luck. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, even if you do get like half of your voice cast, I still wish you the best of luck though. So are you gonna design it, or are you gonna animate it yourself, or are you planning on like hiring some people to do that? Because that's gonna be like a collaborative project, you know. You know, voice actors, storyboard artists, animators, writers, stuff like that. Also writers as well, you know. You want to have writers who can be able to consistently have your characters be the way that you envision them. Oh, you hire somebody? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, what's up, Grayson? Welcome back. What is the scariest Disney thing from your childhood? Scariest Disney thing from my childhood? I don't know, to be quite honest. I guess when I was a kid, I was kind of frightened by Maleficent. You know, from the original Sleeping Beauty, not the live-action movie. And also, that scene from Fantasia where they showed off the devil. It also kind of frightened me. Let's see who else. Not a lot of things I can think of on the top of my head. I was never, like, really frightened. I just kind of found them fascinating, but there were a handful of things that kind of scared me. Yes! Got it! Let me taste your delicious glory. Oh, yeah. That's right. Self-destruct sequence. Oh, well. Can't have a Metroid game without it. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I'm almost there. Come on. Out of the way. Thank you. Come on, open the door. Ah, dead. Am I playing via controller or keyboard? I have a controller. Let's see, what is worse? Game Shakers or Henry Danger? Let's see, what is worse? My personal opinion. I mean, they're both terrible in different ways, but I think what really irritates me more is probably Game Shakers, because Game Shakers has a really cool idea, but I felt they just squandered it. As opposed to Henry Danger, it shouldn't have existed because at the time we already had the Thunderman, so yeah, I just think it was kind of a pointless addition. And plus, you know, Game Shakers already feels like iCarly, so it's just with, you know, kids playing and creating text game. I mean, you know, mobile app video games, making it think it's video games, so I think that's just more disappointing. You know, it could have been something so good. Kind of like how I felt about iCarly. Alright, let's try this again. You predicted the one in Ball Mountain would be one that I would say. Yeah, I guess I am that predictable, aren't I? Come on. My opinions on Chucky's Wonderful Life? It was a fine episode. Definitely a nice It's a Wonderful Life parody. I mean, it's funny because a lot of people online kind of like make it into like a creepypasta in which like Chaz imagines that he has the sock puppet because Chucky never existed or something. It's like, they blow it like way out of proportion, and I just never understood it, to be quite honest. I just think it's a pretty fun episode. It's perfectly fine the way it is. I wasn't like scarred for life over it, and I didn't think of anything like that out of whack, so. What do I think is better? No, I have to say Keenan and Kel is better than iCarly. I'm not, I mean, I really would have wished that iCarly's concept would have been a little bit better, with a lot less annoying characters, but yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to say Keenan and Kel. Let's see. Yeah, I think that your cast is really good, Pocketbook. I really like it. What happened to Orange Soda Boy 1? Let's see, I have no idea, to be quite honest. I mean, he was in the last live stream with Mike Gems. But as for, like, what he's been up to, I couldn't tell you. Let's see. Between the two action/comedy Nicktoons, which one do you like more, Danny Phantom or Teenage Robot? I like both of them. I know you like both of them too, but yeah, I like both of them for different reasons. I like Danny Phantom because it does have that, nice balance of action and comedy, at least for the first 2 seasons. And I like Teenage Robot because it has a really nice aesthetic, and I also like we have like a female, antagonist, and it kind of has like that cool little balance of like focusing on like action, but at the same time focusing on school life. So I like both of them for different reasons. As for which one is better, that's really tough because they're both different. So I think probably by slightly, I'll probably have to say Danny Phantom. Have you ever done a podcast with someone that never ended up being released because the internet crashed or was super laggy? Never had that happen, but we have done various podcasts that were never released. Like back when we were doing the Nickelodeon Slimecast podcast. We did one on Rocko's Modern Life. We did one on reviewing the Slime book. But it just didn't turn out very well. And also, we've had like corrupted audio and stuff like that, so it just didn't turn out very well. So yeah, I would have to say like, stuff like that. As for like casual chats, no, I haven't had anything like that for casual chats. At least yet. There was this one time in which I did have to do like, podcast multiple times. Like the one with Kevin Shinnig. I had to do that podcast twice in the same day because my Skype recorder messed up like really badly. Like it just glitched out on me. But luckily Kevin did have enough spare time, so we were able to do it again, which I'm very thankful for. And let's see. But other than that, nothing like that of the sort. I mean, we've had podcasts that were delayed for years at a time, or months, like I've already mentioned about like Renee Jacobs, like our podcast with her was delayed no less than 4 times because Kevin's schedule, then my schedule, then she was leaving for a convention. So yeah, then there's the Craig Bartlett one, which we didn't. I wrote to him back in 2012, and then I didn't hear back from him for like a year and a half later. And let's see. Same thing with Will McRobb. Like, we wrote to him back in 2012, and we didn't get a hold of him until, like, I think it was, like, 2015, I think. So, yeah, we did have, like, a lot of people that we wanted to get a hold of, but we just had to wait for a long time, or it just never happened. My favorite reviewers of animation. I think I did get a question like this in the last live stream, but I did mention that, you know, a lot of, the only ones that I really do follow, like really follow are, like, my colleagues. Like, I don't really follow, like, a lot of animation reviewers, like, online that I don't personally know myself. Very rarely do I do that. I mean, I guess Andre Meadows, the Black Nerd, if he counts, he's probably my favorite. Because he's so funny, and he says a lot of great jokes, and his way of talking about cartoons and live-action shows are probably what I would have said as well. So, my least favorite. I don't know. I don't think I have a least favorite because I tend to stay away from, you know, ones that I don't really care about. Like, either I hear from them, from other colleagues, or something like that. So, yeah, I haven't found one yet. My thoughts on the Powerpuff Girls movie. I like it. I like it that it's an origin story of the Powerpuff Girls. And it's just a shame that it didn't do well in the box office. I do agree. Wow. I'm speechless. How did I do that? I'm not gonna say anything. Let's just do this. So yeah, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to answer, like, a question that maybe you would have liked to hear. But to be quite honest, like, I mean, I really don't follow a lot of animation reviewers outside of my colleagues, so... You know, I follow Creepy, I follow Y-Boy, I follow the Cartoon Hero, I follow Rowdy, I follow Rob the Wonderful, I mean, recently I followed Zenith Will Rule because, you know, we just started to meet up with one another when we did the Ozymandias podcast. And I've been loving his history of One Piece, even though I have no idea about One Piece myself, so I've been following that. Yeah, so, you know, I mean, I just think that my colleagues are really talented for what they do. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going the right way. There we go. What's worse, Fanboy and Chum Chum or Planet Sheen? I mean, Planet Sheen is like a terrible spin-off series, but then Fanboy and Chum Chum can be annoying in its own right. What is more annoying? What is worse? I think I'll have to see both of the shows for me to say my own conclusion. But... I don't know, I mean, like, both of them suck. I'll just let you know that. Both of them terrible. Okay. Now to kill off these dudes. Ah! Damn it. Hey, Hunter Gaming, what's up? Let's try this again. Alright, you have a good night, Pocketbook. Thanks for coming to the live stream. Oh, you're a big history fan of Nickelodeon. That's awesome. There's a lot of interesting fun facts about various Nickelodeon shows, behind-the-scenes stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, I guess obviously, you know, read Slimed, An Oral History of Nickelodeon's Golden Age, or Nickelodeon Nation, or something like that. So yeah. If you haven't read those books, highly recommend you check them out. Okay, let's try this again. You need to get slimed? Well, luckily for you, there is a recipe for slimed. I'm sure if you make your own, you can be able to slime yourself. Or get your friends to carry a bucket of slime while you're sleeping or, you know, doing something, and then they'll slime you and you won't even know it. Whatever comes first. Oh, you need to get the book slime, not the slime itself. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't had the chance to. But, you know, getting slime too, like the actual slime itself, that would be awesome too. Ah, dead. Okay, fanboy is worse. Okay. I'm sure conceptually it's worse because, you know, it's pretty... It can get really annoying a lot of the time. So, sure, I'm sure that can get worse. But like I said, I have to watch both of the shows in order for me to state my concluding statement on which one is worse. Do I watch the Splat? No, I don't watch the Splat because they air at 10 p.m. and that's when I have to go to bed for work. So, I don't have the time to watch the Splat. Maybe on the weekends I would. Absolutely. But on the weekdays, no, I can't. I have to sleep. But now they're called Nick Splat now. They just changed the logo and they have a new name now. You watch it? Awesome. Good for you. I just don't have that kind of time during the weekends to watch it because I get tired. And I have to wake up pretty early. I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. iCarly's on Teen Nick. Oh. That's good to know. Probably why a lot of people are becoming nostalgic for iCarly lately. I've been seeing a lot of fans who are saying, like, iCarly's, like, one of the best live-action shows ever on Nickelodeon, which I personally don't agree with, but if a lot of people are saying that, then more power to them. Favorite Block Blister sketch. Block Blister. Oh yeah, from the Amanda Show. I haven't watched it in a while. I know they did one on Star Wars. I think they did one on... They did one on Snow Day, which that was kind of meta, if you ask me. I don't know about the other ones. I haven't watched the Amanda Show in a while. Do I think that All Grown Up is that bad? Oh boy. There are problems with All Grown Up. I'll just say that. There are major problems with the show. I mean, I don't know. Should I even do another analysis video, but this time do it all grown up like I did with Disney's Doug? I mean, that's actually how it happened, in which I asked all of you guys in the live stream when I did VVVVVV about whether I should do a video on Disney's Doug, and a lot of you guys said yes. Should I do one on All Grown Up? Please let me know in the chat if you want me to do one like that. Anyway. Favorite Drake and Josh episode? Mine was Josh is Done. I think that's one of my all-time favorites as well, if not close to being my favorite, because, I mean, you know, what you call it, Gabe and Jonathan and I, when we did the Drake and Josh well, actually, I wasn't there, but I did listen to the audio back when I did Nick at 35 Part 4, when we did it with Clint. They were talking about that episode, and how basically throughout that entire time, Drake had basically called himself a screw-up to Josh because he always constantly abused him. And he's saying, like, he's sorry. So yeah, that was a really cathartic moment. As for my favorite Drake and Josh episode, I don't know. I mean, probably that's definitely up there, because I'm one of those people who doesn't like Drake because he thinks he's so cool and he's just constantly, you know, doing all these things, and he gets, like, almost little to no punishment from it, so just seeing that episode was really cathartic. Yeah, I would just hang in there, Nasaya. I know that I basically said that, you know, seasons 1 and 2 of Alex Mack are similar to, like, Clarissa, but hang in there, and trust me, you will appreciate just how amazing seasons 3 and 4 are for Alex Mack. Even though you're gonna hate yourself, and probably me, but, you know, I would hang in there. The pilot of Powerpuff Girls. Which one are you referring to? Are you referring to the one that showed up in What a Cartoon? Or are you referring to the Whoop-Ass Girls? You know, the one that Craig McCracken did when he was in college. Which one are you referring to, Miranda? Okay, finally, done. The plot. Oh, the plot of the movie. Okay, I'm sorry. The plot of the Powerpuff Girls movie still hold up. Yeah, I think it does. I think it's still a good movie, and I think the plot does still hold up. Yes. Sorry, I know you didn't say pilot. You know, I'm reading through the chat and looking through the game at the same time, so my apologies. But yeah, plot for Powerpuff Girls movies, yes, still holds up. Still a really good movie. No purpose of me to review it, by the way. My Cartoon Hero already did a review of it a few years ago, so if you want to go check that out. Hold on just 1 second, just in case something happens. There. I'm saving the state, because I'm not fighting Mecha Ridley again. Just in case if I die. Guess I should have done that before, but hey, you know what? It's getting late at night. I'm cheating. Cheating never prospers, but unless, you know, you need to sleep and you need to upload the next episode of Casual Chats, you know, at the same night, then, you know, I'm allowing this, so stay in school, kids. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. Okay, luckily, we can load the game right now. Let's try that again. Take two. Okay. I got a Joke Alex Mack book. A Joke Alex Mack book. That I've never heard of. I know that Alex Mack did have a few books about, like, some certain episodes of the TV series, or maybe some standalone episodes, standalone stories and books. But yeah, I never heard of an Alex Mack joke book. That's an interesting one on me. I mean, that's a new one on me. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, yes! Open the door! Open the door! Ha! Let's get in. Let's get out of here. We're done. Whew. Done. I can finally drink water. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this path. He tried to stop a ship. Isn't that cute? We are done. Hooray. Alright, let's go through the credits, and then afterwards I'm going to end the live stream and then upload the next episode of Casual Chats. Anyway, yes, I do agree that the Thundermans does have one redeemable thing, and that is Dana Snyder as, as the rabbit. So that's the one cool thing about it. Favorite Angry Beavers episode? Well, you're going to have to wait and see, because I'm going to be posting up my top 10 Angry Beavers episodes really soon. Yeah, do the all grown-up analysis video by the time it turns 15 next year. Oh boy, that's going to be a lot of fun. Probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I'm willing to take a chance. Maybe I'll definitely put that on the list for next year. Boy. Speaking of next year, Rocco and Legends turns 25. Yes, it does. And I think that next year will be the Rocco's Modern Life TV movie, so it'll be perfect. Yes, I will be doing live streams where I just focus on questions. I'll be doing that in a couple of months because Casual Chats will be turning 5 years old in December, and Old School Lang will be turning 6, so I'll be doing live stream Q's and A's on that, and not just me playing games. So, yes, regular live stream Q and A's coming back soon. Let's see what else. Which is worse, the Thundermans or Nikki, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn? Probably the Thundermans, because it's just so annoying. It tries to be like the whole superhero thing, but it just doesn't feel right to me. And rest in peace, Satoru Iwata. Rest in peace. Okay, so yeah, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on the live stream and for me finally completing off Metroid Zero mission, even though it took a long time for me to do it. So yeah, tune in next time, next week probably. I'll be doing a live stream of Metroid Fusion, and then finally I'll be concluding it with Super Metroid. That's going to be a lot of fun, I can assure you. And there we go, our last painting. We have Samus, we have Old Bird, and we have his assistant right over there. So if you ever read the Metroid manga, more context for you on that. Very welcome, Icy Mario. And thoughts on disaster movies. Not a big fan of them. My sister loves disaster movies, though. Not a big fan of them myself. Okay, 3 hours and 12 minutes, and my rate for collecting items is 46%. Not bad. At least we get to see Samus out of her helmet. That's pretty cool. Okay, good night, No Parking Barry. See you next mission. So yeah, we are done here. Hope to see you guys next week for Metroid Fusion. Take care, everyone.